Hi, it's been a minute. I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys in a while. Well, it's a new month, new schedules to figure out, and yeah, the days are getting shorter. And another annoying and some annoying habits, the chickens are starting to lay eggs in their scratch box instead of in the egg egg nesting area. So I've had to be like doing extra work for that. Um, it's partially my fault because I had changed out their bedding, and that might have upset the balance. Garden wise, no, not much doing. Just keeping up somewhat with the harvest and weeding here and there when I feel compelled. There's lots of areas that I've still got to get to, but I probably won't at this point. The sparse tomatoes are coming in too. We've got a nice Brandywine here. I'll pick that in a second. Um, I believe this is Ruby, Aunt Ruby's green, something like that. Some of these ants. But if you can see, it's all eaten up. So a squirrel might have gotten to that. Got some blushing here, so I'll take this one. Leave the other one. This is the Brandywine, if I said that properly. So it's a perfect one. Didn't have to sacrifice, and I got it at the right time. What else? We've got some very green something or others, and some more over here. This should be the Dr. White cheese. Yeah, and I don't know if we'll have enough season. Hopefully we'll have some warm spells and those will ripen. We've done fairly well on the alpaca particularly. Too bad I only have like one plant, or maybe two. But the San Marzanos are doing all right too. Although this fencing is not ideal. There's another plant here that's a volunteer, and I can't tell exactly what it's from because it's not one I specifically purchased as a seed. Unless it's like the gobstopper, but I thought that was more of a yellow fat cherry tomato. So we're doing fairly well with the saucing. That's a nice big one too. The alpacas have really come out with some whoppers here and there. Yeah, we've done well enough on the saucing tomatoes that I can make a thing or two. We have surviving brassicas and whatnots and greens. There was a Brussels sprout right there. It was a seedling. It was taken out. So I thinned one of these because there were multiple seeds. I thinned and I put one here and I put another one there, which is the stalk right there. And then that also got eaten. So something likes it there to eat the stuff there. But you can see the buckwheat came in beautifully in 30 days. Has it been 30 days? I'm not even sure. Maybe. And a squirrel or something transplanted some seeds over there, and those are also in flower. But these are like 2 feet tall. Beautiful green manure they'll make. And in the mornings, they're full of bees. So that's been great. We've had a few okras. It hasn't been gangbusters, but it's not the end of the season yet, so we'll still get a few more. Since I do have a short season, things like this is a sucker, like on a tomato, and it's full of aphids. So I will take out that stalk because that's hindering the growth of the other fruits. Let's see if it breaks. Okay. Sometimes breaking is better than snipping. Okay, that's pretty much the only one. I see that's an issue. I'm going to collect some eggplant. This one I let get away and it's all dull now versus the shinier colors of the other ones. But look how tiny it is. I'm hoping it was going to get bigger, but it wouldn't. So that's what we got. So I don't have enough for baba ganoush this time around, but they'll still make nice meals. Now we harvested the majority of the corn. There's a few ears left. They'll make teeny tiny corn, mainly, probably for the chickens. Some seeds that I put in a little bit later had some oddities, which are these very purple stalks with still green leaves, but they're just in. I don't know if they'll have enough pollen to fully pollinize them. But yeah, something to use as Halloween decoration anyway. The sun gold never disappoints. Usually I just snack on these every day, but now we're getting enough that I have enough also to put up. I've been dehydrating these and I put them in the, I freeze them after I dehydrate them because I still have some in oil from last year. So as I use up the ones in oil, I replenish it with the dehydrated. So there's always something there. And we use it to top pizza or some kind of spaghetti meal. Oops, tossed one in the grass. Where'd they go? There it is. Oh, I've trimmed, like, did I mention? I trimmed some of the bushes to give the plants more energy to ripen in case there wasn't going to be enough time. So I took a lot of suckers off, and here and there I topped some plants. Not too many though. I'm still waiting for like peppers to redden. They still really haven't. So I did an initial harvest of peppers a couple weeks ago, and I'm probably not going to do any other harvest until a couple more weeks from now. The anchos just keep putting out and putting out and putting out. I haven't harvested from these at all. Now these I doubt will, yeah, these are all being destroyed here. But I see a certain beetle, a stink bug looking beetle. So that might be the end for the anchos. So I'm just waiting to ripen the bottom ones. The jalapenos also looking good. No, that's not the jalapenos. That's more anchos. That's a better, healthier one. Yeah, this is the jalapenos still putting out flowers. The chichitos not flowering anymore, so just peppers waiting for me here. I thought the cabbage moth was done, but I was wrong. So we have more damage on our greens, but we had a lot of nice greens anyway. Still loving the parsley, gosh. All right, the navy beans are drying nicely. Ooh, nice and crunchy. Be able to pick those soon. I'm not entirely off. No crackers. I apologize now. I don't know when I lost my audio, so that's a bummer. We do have a melon. Not exactly sure which one it is, if it's a watermelon or a cantaloupe. It's probably a watermelon by the rind, right? So should be a sugar baby. And by all accounts, we should have a couple more but the season is really not. I mean, these are small watermelons, but I'm not really sure if that's gonna mean anything. Now here, the beans. I figured it out finally. This is supposed to be the lima beans, and I have not seen a single bean out of this, so I don't think we're gonna see lima beans this year. But the Maxibel haricot is doing well. We got our mung beans, our edamame, and the red kidney all doing just fine. Over here we have the fennel. I do have a couple, more than a couple, successful seedlings coming up. So hopefully we do get something out of that, and mainly the overwinters. Nope, I was just walking by and I see that the bell pepper is giving me another pepper. There's still flowers on this, so we'll see about that. I was reminded by growing out the box that I should be fertilizing the blueberries. The new growth needs some nitrogen help there, and maybe more acidity for the future. And I'll try to do that. I can't make any promises to these plants though. You can see this potato is doing really well, but that one is really struggling. I don't know. I don't know if that one's going to make it. The Tiny Tim's still giving us a few fruits. The new ones, not so much. Haven't seen any. I mean, they are giving us fruit, but they haven't reddened just yet. They're looking good. We threw some more seeds of greens, the Asian greens, and also the golden beets, because I'm losing some to probably slug damage. So I threw in, I had 2 seeds per space, and then like only 1 beet would come up. So I threw some more seeds in. Yeah, the newer Tiny Tims I threw in, finally producing fruit there. This bed, the Nagasaki cabbages. This one's looking really good. This one, not so much. I think the bed in general needs some nitrogen. Like this cabbage, not doing well. I'm hoping this is dill, because I'd rather have dill at this point than cilantro. And then I keep throwing dill seeds in that spot there, and it disappears every time. And also carrots. The carrots that have grown, I've lost quite a bit of them. So I've been seeding more and more as I see the space. And then the squash, the summer squash here is growing, but I don't know if we have enough season. It's been chilly in the mornings and evenings, so I don't know if the season's going to be here for us to be able to get a harvest of that. The Dvorskin rice is almost gone. Only a few little pieces of grains left. I see some at the bottom, but otherwise, I really think it's some kind of grasshopper that's taking them out. The long grain still holding on. It's probably because it's not ripened yet. So we'll have to wait and see how that does. The sweet potatoes, I'm not too sure about either, because I moved some foliage the other day and I saw a gigantic hole in the middle of this bed. And I'm pretty sure that was a potato that is now no longer. So I'm not sure how the rest have fared. So I'm a little bit, I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to have any sweet potatoes now. In this bed, we're doing really well. I put rutabagas in this bed like 2 years ago, and it did really well. And it's all about spacing, and it's doing really well this time, because look how nice, what a nice size that is. It's a lot bigger in person. I also have a Swiss chard here struggling to live, but it will. My time doing really well. And this celosia looking so beautiful. Oh, I hope there's enough time for this to self-seed so I can have more of that without having to buy it. And this amaranth doing very nice. Looks beautiful. The Gia, it just keeps growing. I did the research. It's 140 days to maturity. So I am really pushing it on this one. And still no flowers. So, oh, I hope that we get something out of this. It's a great hedge plant. Over here, I'm really tickled by how the marigold has really filled in the space. So in the beginning of the summer until mid-August, this was chamomile. And then after the chamomile petered out in mid-August, the marigold exploded. Like, I thought there was one plant here, and it's probably more now, but it's just everywhere. There's so much flowers. It's so beautiful. Let me get you on the other side. I love this orangey yellowy coloration variety. It's just so nice. So pretty. I wish they smelled though. That's one thing. It's like you hardly ever get both, the best of both worlds. The basil has done us very well this summer. I always get worried in the beginning of the year because they look so pathetic and I battle so much with the slugs, but eventually the plant wins out if you're lucky, and I have just been getting great results. I see some frass of some kind of caterpillar. So something's eaten my basil, so I gotta get to harvesting. My sun gold, oh, on my feet here is a snake's skin, something molted. Anyway, back to the sun gold. I mean, it looks more like more plant than fruit, but it's given me plenty of snacking tomatoes, and I've done my trimming on this so that the few tomatoes that are left can ripen fully. I also trimmed over here the should be honey drop because plenty of tomatoes, but not much time for them to gain their color. What I hope will be a very, very good thing in a couple of weeks. That's an apple. I can't get a better angle because there's a lot of growth going on around here, but it's spreading up nicely. I can't get this thing off of there. Let's see. It looks good. It looks strong. Time will tell if it's bug ridden inside, but I'm very excited. Very excited that one apple there has survived. So I did a fair bit of weeding here. I took off the net that was protecting the strawberries. So you can see them now. I'm letting some of the runners attach to the ground, more or less, trying anyway. So I've kind of given up on trying to establish this as a bed. So maybe the hollyhocks will take over, the strawberries will take over. I'm still trying to get some marshmallows in here. So maybe next year, third time's a charm. Now for this space, I've got a plan. Usually there's some spring bulbs in here, but not enough. So I bought more. So when they come in October, I'll let you know all about it. Also this space, which housed saffron, which failed me. I killed them all. So I bought more, but this is going to be more bulbs. The saffron's going to be relocated where the zinnias are because I think that has better sun coverage. And I tripled my saffron so that maybe I won't lose them all next time. Over here, I still can't remember the name. Oh, jeez. But they're in flower now. Looking beautiful. I trimmed these down too, which didn't seem to affect them. So here's a space where I cut. Blah. That's where I cut, and then these two came up, so you get more flowers. The bees are loving it. The calendula, I've mentioned, I've let just go to reseed itself, but still plenty of beautiful flowers to enjoy. And we've got my lemon balm here, doing well. That Jerusalem artichoke looks good. Fig looks good. In here, had some wind disturbance or something. Anyway, the greens are looking all right. The caterpillar, the moth has gotten in here, and the caterpillars are munching. But I have to reseed again the turnips this time, and a few onions. I'm gonna see if I can overwinter onions. So I just put seeds in as opposed to starting them inside. Happy to report that we at least have one purple cosmos. Maybe another one come in, another one. So that was the late seeding of cosmos, and another plant that I put in late is coming up. So we might get to see a few more colors here before the season's out. And the zinnias are struggling, but we're still getting some beautiful blooms, beautiful colors. But in general, the mildew has really taken hold. Oh, look at that, so pretty. And a nice bee right there. Oh, need to take a picture of that. Still shot. Beautiful, beautiful. And the salvias doing all right down there. I am still amazed every time I come here. And it's only been the last couple of days. That up there, that is a Jerusalem artichoke. It is possibly, I don't know, what is that? Let's say 10 feet tall. I'd say 10 feet tall. I mean, it is way up there. That's crazy. And it's a good thing I have this fencing here, because otherwise that'd just be all over the floor and dead. Because these things are not very stable at the bottom. And this grapevine, that's going to be relocated soon. I can say the celery need to be picked, or yeah, because it's starting to get some damage there. Some kind of maggot is getting to them. So I'm gonna top it, leave the roots in, and maybe there'll be enough strength for new ones to come back. We're getting some nice color on the honey nut here. There's its sister coming in slow. This looks like it's about ready to give in. That stalk is looking mighty precarious. This is aging as it should. Still getting our few cucumbers here and there. And the loofah, I'm thinking maybe I should pick this one. It's still young, could be good for fresh eating, because it's not like it's gonna make it to the sponge stage. Down here, I did seed more peas, and I see more peas coming up, but see, something dug that one. So there's still been plenty of theft in the pea container. I've also had to reseed carrots here, so we'll see if any of those come up. And last but not least, another area that's giving me a few melons. That could be the Tigger, or it could be the vine from a neighboring plant. I thought I saw another one. Yep, one of these over here is giving me something. So we'll see. We'll see if those come to anything. This volunteer tomato has given me a few good fruits too. Back there I have my spearmint. This is spearmint, that's peppermint. The strawberries have been wonderful. I mean, wonderful to me. There's plenty now with the cooler temps. And these look worse for wear, but still giving us plenty of good yumminess. Not enough to like can or anything, but plenty to snack on. Unfortunately, I lost quite a bit of audio there at some point, so blech. Anyway, that was pretty much a mini tour, right? Hopefully I'll be getting back into the swing of things. And after this week is over, get everybody's schedule down and reset myself. So thanks for coming along. So I'll harvest more. Bye.